On this episode of China Uncensored, it's Christmas time in China. Hi, welcome to China Uncensored. I'm your host, Chris Chappell. America is under attack from a red menace. I'm on to you, Comrade Claus. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry, because they're both red. And his eyes, how they twinkled as he plots to redistribute American wealth. Why else is he sneaking into people's homes late at night? He's just scoping out the joint. Now, believe it or not, they do celebrate Christmas in China, but instead of being a sacred religious holiday, they turned it into something commercial. Yeah. Now, Christmas didn't really become a thing in China until the 90s, but there are some differences in how they celebrate compared to America, because China isn't a Christian country like America is. In China, you are more likely to spend Christmas with your friends than your family. And in Beijing, no one has Christmas trees. There's hardly any greenery in the city. You think people are going to buy a ridiculously expensive imported tree just to throw it away a few days later? And Christmas Eve is the biggest shopping day of the year, and I think that's sad. In America, our biggest shopping day is at a more respectful time. We spend a full day giving thanks for the things we have. Then we go mob the malls. But the man of the hour, jolly old Saint Nick himself, is another point of departure. In China, he's usually depicted playing a saxophone, and instead of elves, scantily clad young women are his helpers. So in China, Santa Claus is just their version of Bill Clinton. His cheeks really are rosy. Well, still better than the Dutch version. And another difference, while Fox News likes to talk about the war on Christmas, in China, there actually is a war on Christmas. Some nationalists are calling for a boycott of Christmas because it's nothing more than Western imperialism trying to accomplish what missionaries 100 years ago failed to do. Then there are the house Christians, Christians who refuse to worship in China's state-run churches and face harassment, imprisonment, and some evidence suggests forced organ harvesting. It is the season of giving. But before we accuse the Chinese regime of not getting into the Christmas spirit, take a moment to read this People's Daily article that reminds us that Christmas wouldn't even be possible if it weren't for China. Where do you think all those toys, Christmas lights, and plastic trees come from? That's right, Chinese labor camps. What's that? Grinch alert! Turns out Xi Jinping wants to stop Christmas from coming, but how? Just this November, he promised an end to the labor camp system. Now we know his real purpose. No more labor camps, no more cheaply made holiday goods. How can you have Christmas without ribbons, without tags, without packages, boxes, or bags? Unless, maybe, Christmas doesn't come from a store. Maybe, perhaps, Christmas means a little bit more. Nah. So Shengdeng Kuaila from everyone here at China Uncensored and NTD. May this be a year for love, peace, and freedom for all people around the world. Once again, I'm Chris Chappell. Merry Christmas.